All right, hey, welcome back to another segment of this module, influencers. We're gonna be talking about Twitter. This is a Twitter segment, all right, on influencers here. So um, similar, similar concept, right? We're gonna reach out to influencers that are on Twitter, Twitter being a platform, and our goal is to reach out to the right people, connecting them with the right through the right message to our offer and tap it into their audiences, right? Very, very basic concept. I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to show you a really cool directory here that you can utilize for this particular one. Explore, and I'll give you a couple of tools about how to go about doing this. Again, just like with all these other networks or the other platforms, I should say, other strategies. My idea is to show you a strategy, not necessarily a particular influencer, right? And create a tremendous competition here. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this and let's tackle this one. Okay, so we're talking about Twitter influencers. Here is what I'm going to do there. Okay, there's a couple different ways we can go about doing this. I'm going to show you a more of a manual way, if you will. Okay, but this will also give you some good pointers here. Some cool resources for you to check out. Okay, 4-step process. Okay, very, very easy, very simple. All right, number one. All right, so what you can do here, again, this is manual process. This is manually how you can go about doing this. Okay, so depending on which what you're promoting, depending on your product, depending on which industry, which company you're in, what your main keywords are. All right, so what you can do is you can go to search.twitter.com. All right, and you will search for a keyword that's related to your industry or related to what it is that you're doing. For example, all right, so we'll go to search.twitter.com. So this is like a Twitter search engine, all right, and we can search based on what people are talking about. All right, so I can say internet marketing, or I can say painting, or whatever the case might be, right? Blah blah blah, and I can see all these different things here. As you can see, people posting, right? Mike here, this guy, this Twitter account has 4,000 followers. All right, he posted something 4 hours ago that's relevant to that word or that keyword. Here is another account here, 1,000 followers, right? So I can just literally go and identify accounts. This is what I'm showing you right now is more of a manual process, right? So my goal here is to identify. This one's got 18,000 followers. Okay, not bad, right? They got 25,000 tweets. You can see their engagement. Engagement is not that hot. Like, see that? So 8 hours ago, they did a post. Well, they only got 7 likes, 9 retweets. That's not no comments. You know what I mean? Like, so take a look at the engagement. That's going to be important things. So you might spend a few hours just kind of going through it. Maybe in a few days building out, your own portfolio, if you will. But this is a manual process. Okay. So step number one is you would do that search. Step number two, maybe create a spreadsheet and start to identify, all right, find potential influencers to connect with. Okay, just kind of browse through, nothing too complicated there, based on what people are talking about and their engagement. Keep that in mind, pay attention to the engagement. It's really important because you don't really need, like I wouldn't want to connect with anybody who's got very low engagement, right? Because if they posted something for me and they got 3 people paying attention to their post, it really doesn't mean anything, right? And then what I would do is I would go to step number 3 and do a quick audit on that particular influencer's account. Okay, so this is a little secret that not very many people know about. So with Twitter, okay, it's very, very easy to get fake account or fake followers on Twitter. Very, very easy. Now Twitter, this is something that they're trying to clean it up right now, right? But there's a lot of Twitter accounts, a lot of Twitter Twitter influencers, these big Twitter accounts, right, mega accounts that you might see, and some influencers that might be boasting about how big their following is or whatever the case is. A lot of those followers could be bots, right? Like they're not real humans. Now there is an audit site that I can go and I can really type in any Twitter account, right, any Twitter handle. And it will tell me how many real followers versus how many fake followers they got. See what I'm saying? So when I'm communicating with a potential influencer to do business with them, right, I can have my research done and I can do my quick audit. It takes me like 2 seconds to do it. And as a matter of fact, let me show you this. It's called twitteraudit.com, right? Let's go to that account here. Twitteraudit.com. This is what I would do, right, before I do business with any of the with anybody, okay? So now this, they give you first audit for free, and then you have to upgrade to a pro account if you want to do more audits. So I would suggest, definitely check this out. If you're gonna engage this, here's a screen. If you're gonna engage this particular method, right, for your traffic generation, definitely get this tool, because it will be a great tool to have in your toolbox, okay, if you are going to do Twitter influencer traffic, media. So, for example, let me just put up, let me just give you something that's really popular, right? Well, they give you some examples here. Recent Twitter audits, for example, right? This account, all right, they've got 578 real, 2 fakes. They literally show you that. So, right, see that audit score is 99%. Okay, 99%, 99%, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you can read more about it. Let's just for fun of it, let's do real Donald Trump. Okay, keeping politics aside, let's just see what we come up with, all right? Just for the fun of it. Real Donald Trump. Okay, let's see what we come up with. Gonna do the audit. Look, his audit score came up at 48%. Now, according to Twitter audit, Mr. President of the United States, current Mr. President, all right, depending when you're watching this, of course, right, he has 21,953,745 real followers and 23 million fake followers. Okay, see what I'm saying? Now, this is obviously, he's a politician, he's a public personality, he's not gonna do a, I cannot reach out to him and be like, hey, Mr. President, can you do a shot, can you do a post for me on Twitter? I'll pay you some money. Obviously that's not gonna work, but it gives you an idea, right, of how this Twitter audit works. You can literally type in any Gary Vaynerchuk, let's see. Okay, Gary Vaynerchuk's got an audit score of 83%. Okay, so you can see according to this, right? So anyway, that's probably not even his, I don't think it's his 617 versus 123. That's a different account, I think. Gives you an idea, okay? But this would be the process that I would go through, okay? This 4-step process, and then what you would do is you would identify the ones that pass your test. I would definitely go for accounts that are in green, okay? Maybe 80% plus, depending on how big the account is. All right, make sure that they pass that audit test for you. If somebody's got like a 40%, or 50-50, and they're in orange or red, definitely stay away from them. But this will give you a good idea of the Twitter account or an influencer, potential influencer, before you do anything with them, Okay, and then you simply connect with them and strike a deal, make a deal. Okay, you're a deal maker. Okay, so you would connect with them and say, hey, you've got an audience, I've got an offer, can I pay you some money? Don't be shy, they're real people, they're just like you. A lot of them are not really marketers, they're not monetizing their Twitter accounts, and they'll be more than happy to take your $50 or $100, right? Work out a deal with them and say, hey, you've got an audience, if we can make a deal, I can, come back and do more business with you, I can pay you more money and I can scale this with you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, you get the point? So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to show you more of an automated way, not really an automated way, but more of like a directory that's really, really cool resource, okay, that you can go to. Twitter is a great platform, okay, so they've got a lot of professionals on it. They've got a lot of people that are, in different niches, different verticals, et cetera, et cetera. So one of the sites I'm going to show you, it's called scrunch.com. So let's go ahead and go there, okay. Scrunch.com. And this is a paid service, by the way, okay. That's a paid service, but it will be worth checking out for you. Definitely recommend you check it out, because this can save you a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of that manual labor, if you will, right? You can check out their features. You can do their, actually, if you go to pricing here, we can see you can have a starter account. You can sign up for free right now if you wanted to, right? It'll give you like 40 results per search. campaign chat, you can create, and you can create your first influencer list, etc. The $100 a month account, this is like, I would suggest if you really want to explore this avenue of traffic generation, which is a good, it's a good traffic channel, right? If you can identify, just like with anything, my friend, right? You got to understand what you're doing here, right? So, in module 1, I believe I explained to you the 3 levels of traffic, right? The level number 1 being quick traffic. This is quick traffic. Like, think about it like this. I have an audience on Twitter. These people are paying attention to me. If I have good engagement, right? If I pass an audit test, right? I don't have like a lot of fake followers or whatever. I got like real people paying attention to me. If you come to me and you say, hey, here's a little bit of money, do this post for me, send people to my link. By the way, you would give me your custom tracking URL, right? Your custom tracking link so that you can track how many people will click on that, right? Again, I explained that in module number 1. And I do a Twitter post sending people or talking about you, right? About what you've got with your link. Boom, my people see that. It's instant traffic to you. Like this, instant, right? Like you don't have to wait a week. You don't have to wait a day or even hours. It's literally instant, right? The way the Twitter works is, this is, the tweets are going like crazy, right? All day long. So you will get very, very quick traffic. So that's why I highly recommend, right? If you do this route, and if you want to do it over and over again, if you're thinking about significantly implementing this to be one of your strategies for traffic generation, which again is a good strategy, definitely go for at least a pro account. All right, if you will use Scrunch, it's going to cost you $100 a month. All right. Now, what you could do is, or if I were you, right, if I would pay $100 a month, I would use the heck out of this. You know what I mean? Like I would literally squeeze every penny and then some out of this, and you can, for sure you can, because you could even pay one time and just get your account for for the first month, right? And just go and utilize their platform like crazy. You don't have to be on this on a continuous basis, right? You can do a lot of the research, in the 30 days that you'll have access to this, because you'll get unlimited lists, you'll get unlimited search results. Like you're not really limited to, to any of these things. If you really want to go to the power level of this, right, you go to the power account, and it's going to cost you $300, okay, per month. But you can, you get all these things. Now let me show you what it's like on the inside. Okay, so here's an account. Okay, it's a demo account. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to directory. Okay. And let me go ahead and expand this out a little bit. So as you can see here, right, I can find influencers on the following topics: fashion, business and finance, automotive, animals and pets. Like you can be promoting anything, right? Architecture here, family, skincare, health and wellness, environment, photography, sustainability, arts and craft, travel, sports, beauty, home interior, baking, food, right? Books, music, pretty much, all the major stuff that you would think about, right? So if I go to, I don't know, let's say health and fitness, right? I go to health and fitness here, click on this, and what I can do, right, is I can go to filter, okay, and I can say, you know what, I want to see everybody from North America, all right, all these influencers from North America, and furthermore, I can set my follower range. Now, if I set it to no maximum followers here, okay, it will give me, because your price is going to depend based on how big the influencer and the reach is. Does that make sense? So let's say if I go, let's just say no maximum, right? No minimum, no maximum follower range, and we can say, okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Clear filters, boom, shiki, boom. Okay, so here's what we've got, right? We've got, look, 30,000 influencers found. See what I'm saying? Like all that manual work, boom, it's done for me just like that, okay? So it's in that niche, health and fitness, and here are the influencers. Like this account has 1.5 million, okay? And this is actually Instagram, and it's a mixture of Instagram and Twitter. Like this account here, they've got a following on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as you can see here, right? So they got 397 on Instagram, 600,000 on Facebook, and then 467,000. So over here, right, I can utilize this platform to connect with influencers on multiple platforms, not just Twitter necessarily alone, right? So, but what would it cost me? Estimated cost per post. Let's say if I went to this, to N right here, right? This, this influencer here. Okay, actually, let's see, who do we talk? Okay, yeah, right here, NV, right? So she's got all these different followers here, right? If I wanted her to post on Facebook for me, I would have to pay her anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000, right? Depending. Now that would get me in front of 626,000 Facebook followers, right? Now that may or may not be good, investment on my part. Okay, again, this is just the first one. Now Twitter, as you can see here, 2,500 to 6,000. Instagram, 2,000 to 5,000, right? Now, what I would do is I would put this account through my Twitter audit and see how many of those, 467,000 followers are fake versus real. See what I'm saying? Now, check out this account here, okay? So this account has 56,000 Twitter followers, okay? Dave Manuel. Very high engagement on Instagram, as you can see, right? 6.5%, which is really, really good, okay? And his post on Instagram, let's say if I wanted to connect with him and use him as an influencer to send traffic to me from his Instagram account, it would cost me $50 to $200, okay? Not bad, right? Not bad. Twitter, over here it says low engagement, right? Like this directory will actually tell you. Now this account's got 1 million, look at this, right? 1 million. He's got high engagement on Twitter, okay? And his Twitter cost will cost me, for a post, $500 to $1,000, approximately, right? Now, what I can also do is I can negotiate. He's got 1 million followers on Twitter. Actually, no, that's 50,000 followers, okay? Twitter followers. See what I'm saying? So this is a directory that I can go to and definitely check out. Like, it saves a lot of, now what if I can go here, I can go to filters, okay? If you live in Europe, if you live in Asia or, all these other countries here, South America, you can certainly select your country or whatever you want to do business with. Now, I can adjust the follower range to, let's say, 100,000 followers. See what I'm saying? And what it will do is it will give me it will give me influencers with prices that are a lot more affordable for what I want. See what I'm saying? Like this one, Twitter, $700, $500, $900 here, $300. See what I'm saying? So you can definitely play around with this. This is not your cheap traffic, right? However, this is very, very quick traffic, okay? Now, this is something I'll tell you. Twitter is not the cheapest. It can be really, really good. You know what I mean? With the right message. And your landing page matches to the audience's interest and desire, right? Like what's their intention for them, following that person or that account. See what I'm saying? So if there is a good match, now what you can do is you can experiment with your offer, whatever it is that you're promoting, with some other sources of traffic or some other strategies that we teach here in the course. And then if that's working, once you perfected your message a little bit, right? And you're getting good conversions on your messages, then you can come over here, to this particular platform, to Twitter, and maybe invest $300 for a month and go and just devour this thing, you know what I mean? Just really, live here for like a few days and come up and put a list of all the potential influencers, put them through that Twitter audit test, and see how many of them are actually worth contacting, based on what the audit result will be like, and go check it out, right? Like, for example, what you would also do is pay attention not only to the Twitter, but Instagram. Some of them are on YouTube as well, right? So like, for example, this one here, they're on YouTube, okay? So they've got, not this, this is a low account, 589. I mean, we're gonna have a YouTube session coming up here as well, and I'm gonna show you some stuff on YouTube as well. But this is a really cool resource for you to check out, okay? And of course, I can go to other niches as well. If I wanted to, I can go to directory, As you can see, family, organic food, again, animals, all these other things. Okay, so keep this in mind. This is a good resource for you. Okay, another one, again, we're coming back to this, is Isaiah. All right, and this is a company that deals with more established brands, but nonetheless, this can be a really cool resource for you to definitely check out. For Twitter influencers as well. Request a guide on Twitter. Let's see, influencer marketing. There you go. Influencer marketing. Let's see. Let's find Twitter here, right here. There you go. Okay, you can view this resource. Get to know this. Again, your goal here, my friend, is to go through a little bit of dirt. Okay, you will have to go through a little bit of dirt, get your sleeves rolled up and all that good stuff, and you're gonna find some of those gems. You don't need a lot, right? Maybe you find 2, maybe you find 3. That will be plenty. Because what you can do is once you found good ones, you can come back to them, and you can get traffic over and over and over again. It's fast, and remember, if you do this right, you remember what I showed you in Module 1, right? That whole map, that whole diagram of traffic generation blueprint, right? You've got your level 1, level 2, level 3, and then that big box, which is what? Retargeting. Guess what? Every single click or every single visitor that lands on your landing page from any one of these influencers, right, should be retargeted. All of a sudden, you're leveraging all these influencers, all these people to build your retargeting pool, and then you're following these people with a separate campaign, which we're going to talk about. There's a whole module on retargeting. And now these people become part of your world. Now you're following them on the internet wherever they're going, but you're leveraging all these people initially to spark and ignite your business. Make sense? Very, very powerful strategies, my friend. Again, these platforms are available to us right now. You might as well use them, siphon the users off of them. Build your list, get them to your list, get them to your world, so that you can deploy, which we're going to talk about in Module 12, the ultimate traffic strategy. Okay? Look, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching this module. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you in segment number next.